So I'm continuing on now with this series of videos about the yoga tradition, and particularly about the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and particularly about the yamas. So the second of the behavioural practices, the yamas, remember I've said that I believe that the yamas are behavioural practices. They're to do not with your inner world so much as the outer world, your behaviour, actually changing the way that you live your life to make it conducive for successful yoga practice. You'll find these things written in the body. So for example, in my previous video I mentioned about non-violence, and if you're practicing in such a way that you're calm and radiating calm to the point where others around you can feel it, then that's also going to be in your posture. So if you're practicing yoga postures, you're going to practice them non-violently, not straining and forceful and adrenaline fueled, full of nervous tension or feeling like you're at war with yourself as you practice. Likewise, the second of the yamas, the second of these behavioural practices, truth. Truth in your words is most obvious, but also in your actions. That there's a congruence between your character and your actions. So the way we can understand this initially through language is that rather like Pythagoras taught, remain silent unless the words are true, useful and good. Or to put it in the terms of the law books of Manu, Indian ideas, it's to neither utter a pleasant falsehood nor avoid an unpleasant truth. The idea is that your word is something powerful. If you live as though what you said was going to happen, so if you said something like, blaming yourself, it's all my fault, this will be the way that it's perceived. If you say that you're bad at something, you will be. If you say something bad is going to happen, it will. If you live with that idea in mind, again, the Patanjali Sutra is really clear on this. It says if you are established in truth, then events start to occur depending on what you say. And there's lots of references to this in yogic texts. They say the yogi's word is a blessing or a curse. It doesn't really matter how much you believe in this. It might sound really obscure or esoteric or just hard to get your head around. But the point is that if you live in connection with this truth, you're not going to be confusing yourself so much. So for example, if you keep saying things that aren't true, you're the person who hears them first and you get confused by them. Your consciousness gets confused and it splits the mind. So instead of this, we can have an internal congruence where what I say is actually what I think. And if I don't know, I can say, I'm finding out. I'm working on understanding that. We can look for the outcome that we want in our utterances, and likewise in our actions, so that what we do and what we say are in accord. Oh wow, just found a meadow, but I don't think I want to go there because I've not got the right shoes for it, so I'm going to go back the other way. So this is the practice of truth. If you look for these references in the sutras and you see what it says will happen if you practice them, it gives you a clear understanding of what you're actually practicing. And again, I've done this. It used to be the case that I would say something, and as I said it, I would somehow know if it was true or not. I'd say, I think the weather's going to be nice tomorrow, and as I said it, I'd feel, no, actually, it's not. And then I started to correct myself. And little by little, what one says starts to be in line with reality. And that's a very, very nice place to be indeed. So thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this little talk on truth on Satyam, the second of the yamas.